Hello everyone, welcome to Fast News FC. I am your host, and today we have a massive update on global football movements, financial sanctions, and some high-profile contract standoffs. In the next few minutes, we are diving into a major points deduction for Leicester City that has sent them to the bottom of the table, and the growing possibility of Sandro Tonali making a sensational return to Italy with Juventus as Newcastle faces financial pressure. Let's get straight into the details without any delay. We start today with the breaking news from the Championship, where Leicester City has been hit with a significant points deduction. This decision comes after it was ruled that the club breached profitability and sustainability rules during the 2023-2024 season. The Foxes have reported combined losses of over £200 million across a 3-year rolling period, which far exceeds the £81 million limit allowed. This sanction is immediate, and it has caused Leicester to tumble down to 20th place in the Championship standings. It is a massive blow for a club that was hoping for a smooth transition back into the elite levels of English football. The Premier League issued a statement explaining that once Leicester was promoted back to the top flight in 2024, the investigation into their previous financial conduct transferred over. Despite various legal challenges raised by the club during a week-long hearing in late 2025, the independent commission rejected their arguments. The club had claimed that the rules were in breach of competition law, but that was dismissed. While the commission acknowledged the club's improving financial position as a mitigating factor, the breach of nearly £21 million was deemed too significant to ignore. For the fans, this is a difficult pill to swallow, as the team now faces a relegation scrap in the second tier instead of fighting for promotion. Moving on to Italy and England, Juventus is reportedly making Sandro Tonali their primary target for the upcoming summer transfer window. The Italian midfielder, who is currently at Newcastle United, is no longer considered untouchable by the English club. Reports suggest that if Newcastle fails to qualify for the Champions League, they will be forced to sell one of their stars to comply with financial fair play regulations. Juventus, under the direction of the Elkan family, is looking to build a more Italian core, and Tonali is seen as the perfect player to lead their midfield for the next decade. There is a growing fear in Newcastle that this could turn into another Alexander Isak situation. You might remember how Isak eventually forced a move to Liverpool for a massive fee after a long period of uncertainty. Tonali feels a moral debt to Newcastle for their support during his betting ban, but the reality of professional football is that players want to compete at the highest level. His agent has been quiet, but his recent comments suggest that while it wasn't the time to talk in January, the summer could be a different story. Juventus is clearing space, potentially sacrificing players like Openda to fund a deal in the region of 40 to 50 million euros. Our third story today involves a major tension in the Saudi Pro League. Cristiano Ronaldo is currently in a standoff with Al Nassr. Reports indicate that the 41-year-old superstar is refusing to play due to disagreements regarding the management of the club and the league's financial framework. The Saudi Pro League has taken the unusual step of issuing a public warning, reminding Ronaldo that every club operates independently. A spokesperson for the league emphasized that while Ronaldo is an elite competitor and a significant figure, no individual determines decisions beyond their own club. This row seems to stem from how funds are allocated and how certain clubs have been allowed to strengthen while others have seen more rigid restrictions. Ronaldo, who was known for his win-at-all-costs mentality, is reportedly upset with the lack of progress at Al Nassr compared to their rivals. This strike has caused a stir globally, as many wonder if this marks the beginning of the end for his time in the Middle East. The league is trying to maintain its credibility by showing that the rules apply to everyone, even the most famous athlete in the world. Before we continue with the rest of today's news regarding Manchester United, Chelsea, and Barcelona, I want to invite you to join our growing community here at Fast News FC. We deliver these deep dives into world football every single day, focusing on the facts and the stories that matter most to you. If you appreciate a grounded, no-nonsense approach to sports reporting, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. It really helps the channel grow and ensures you never miss a beat in the world of football. Join us, and let's keep the conversation going. Now, let's talk about Manchester United and the incredible impact of Lisandro Martinez. Since Michael Carrick took charge, the resurgence of the Red Devils has been notable, but many analysts are pointing to the return of the Butcher as the real game-changer. Martinez spent over 300 days on the sidelines with a severe knee injury, a period during which he admitted he briefly considered walking away from the game. However, his return to the starting lineup has coincided with a dramatic improvement in United's defensive stability and their ability to build play from the back. The statistics are staggering. When Martinez is on the pitch, Manchester United wins 50% of their games. When he is absent, that win rate drops significantly. His partnership with Harry Maguire has flourished under Carrick because their styles complement each other so well. While Maguire handles the physical duels, Martinez acts as an extra midfielder, moving the ball with precision. In recent wins against Manchester City and Arsenal, his ability to break the lines with his passing was just as important as his last-ditch tackles. He has fully embraced Carrick's leadership, stating that the manager has touched his heart, leading to a level of commitment that is visible in every challenge he makes. In London, Chelsea has reportedly set a massive price tag on Enzo Fernandez amid interest from Real Madrid. The Argentine midfielder, who cost the Blues over £100 million, is viewed as a cornerstone of the project at Stamford Bridge. However, Real Madrid is always looking for elite talent to bolster their midfield, and Enzo's name is at the top of their list. Chelsea is prepared to play hardball, informing the Spanish giants that any negotiation must start at a minimum of €100 million, with some sources suggesting the final figure could exceed €120 million. Chelsea is under no immediate pressure to sell, given Enzo's long-term contract and his importance to the squad's tactical setup. He has been one of the most consistent performers in a team that has faced its fair share of ups and downs. For Chelsea, selling him for anything less than what they paid would be a financial and sporting failure. Real Madrid, on the other hand, is known for getting what they want, but they might find the London club's resistance harder to break than usual. This will be one of the major sagas to watch as we head toward the summer months.
Meanwhile, Sunderland is bracing itself for a massive summer. The club is expecting bids in excess of £50 million for their breakout goalkeeper, Robin Roofs. The Dutchman has been a revelation since joining the Black Cats, keeping 8 clean sheets in his first 24 games and boasting one of the highest save percentages in the country. Manchester City, Liverpool, and Chelsea are all reportedly monitoring his situation. Sunderland has already prepared for his departure by signing Melker Elborg from Malmo as part of a succession plan. It is rare for a championship club to command such a high fee for a goalkeeper, but Roof's performances have been that good.
Staying with young talents, the football world is buzzing about Nico Paz at Como. The 21-year-old Argentine, who is technically on loan from Real Madrid, is being compared to James Rodriguez and his legendary 2014 World Cup run. Paz has been instrumental for a Como side that is punching well above its weight in Serie A. He has a unique ability to score spectacular goals from distance and provide creative sparks that few players his age can manage. With the World Cup approaching, there is a belief that he could be the breakout star for Argentina, especially if Lionel Messi's involvement is limited. Just a quick reminder to hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying the coverage so far. We have more stories coming up, including a major contract update from Barcelona. Let's get back into it. Barcelona is planning to offer Robert Lewandowski a new contract to extend his stay in Catalonia. The Polish striker remains a vital part of Hansi Flick's plans, having scored over 110 goals for the club since joining in 2022. However, there is a catch. Barcelona's financial situation remains delicate, and they are asking Lewandowski to accept a significant wage reduction to stay. The club wants to free up space in the wage bill to pursue younger targets, including Julian Alvarez and Dusan Vlahovic. Flick is reportedly very happy with Lewandowski's professionalism, but the board needs the numbers to work. At Juventus, the future of Kenan Yildiz seems to be settled, despite heavy interest from Manchester United, who saw him as the perfect long-term replacement for Bruno Fernandes. Yildiz has reportedly agreed to a new contract that will keep him in Turin until 2030. The deal includes a salary of €6 million per year and a significant loyalty bonus for his family. Yildiz has become the boy wonder of Juventus, contributing 9 goals and 7 assists this season. This news is a major blow to United's recruitment plans, as they now have to look elsewhere for a creative left-sided playmaker. In a surprise move, John Duran has terminated his loan at Fenerbahce to join Zenit St. Petersburg. The Colombian striker, who was owned by Al Nassr, has had a turbulent year. After leaving Aston Villa, he struggled with injuries in Turkey, but still managed to score some crucial goals, including a 95th-minute equalizer in the Intercontinental Derby. He now heads to Russia for the remainder of the season. At just 22 years old, Zenit will be the 6th club of his senior career. It remains to be seen if he can find the stability he needs to fulfill his undeniable potential. Another veteran making a move is Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. The 32-year-old former Liverpool and Arsenal star has agreed to a 6-month deal with Celtic. After his contract with Besiktas was terminated, Oxlade-Chamberlain had been training with Arsenal's first team to maintain his fitness. Celtic manager Martin O'Neill was instrumental in the deal, convinced that the midfielder's experience will be vital in the Scottish Premiership title race. While he hasn't played a competitive match since August, his pedigree as a Champions League winner is expected to provide a massive boost to the Celtic dressing room.
Finally, we have an update on Gabriel Veiga. FC Porto reportedly rejected an approach from Atletico Madrid in the final hours of the January transfer window. The Spanish midfielder remains a highly sought-after talent, and while Porto held firm this winter, he is expected to be one of the most talked-about names in the summer. Atletico is likely to return with a higher offer, but they will face competition from several Premier League clubs who are also keeping tabs on his development in Portugal.
That wraps up a very busy edition of Fast News FC. We've seen Leicester City's season take a dark turn, Juventus moving for Italian stars, and high-stakes drama in Saudi Arabia. Before we go, I want to ask for your opinion on the Leicester City situation. Do you think a points deduction for past financial breaches is fair, or does it unfairly punish the current players and fans for management's mistakes? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to stay updated with everything in the world of football. I'll see you in the next one.